Yo everyone, what's going on? So welcome to UFO Show episode 2, coming at you hot with Bob Lazar. So many of you, if you found this channel and if you're listening, you are very aware of Bob Lazar and who he is and what his claims are and his previous, let's just say, work experience in the secret field. If you don't know, I'm going to give a quick breakdown of who Bob Lazar is, what his claims are, a couple of possibilities, and then whether or not I think he's legit, and I'd like to hear what you guys think if you think he's legit. Just on that, I don't think I've really come across too many people who are anti-Bob Lazar. Maybe that's just the type of content I seek out and based upon my own opinions. But anyway, let's get into it. So yeah, Bob Lazar claims to have worked at Area 51 with a job title, I guess, of reverse engineering UFO craft. He claims that there was 9 craft that he saw that was there. He worked on one, which is the famous sports model, and he was tasked with actually reverse engineering, so taking a look at this UFO and trying to work out how it was built, what its propulsion system is, and anything else that he could. He came to the conclusion that they pretty much couldn't. There was very few aspects of this craft that he could actually understand, but most of it he didn't know what the metal was, he didn't know how it was manufactured, didn't know what the propulsion system was, didn't actually see it fly. But Bob Lazar and others such as John Lear, who I'll do a later episode on, did go and view, having basically, Bob knew where to go. He would take his friends there and they would watch these UFOs fly on their test flights. Now, just on that, Bob mentioned on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I think a few other times, that he thinks some of the UFOs at Area 51 S4 could have been an archaeological find. Now that's crazy. If these were really archaeological finds from 20, 30, 50,000, 100,000 years ago being dug up and recovered, that's insane. I don't know what's crazier, that or option 2, they're actually crashed craft from aliens. What do you think's more likely? Archaeological find or actual intergalactic aliens visiting Earth and crashing and recovered? Or option 3, none of them, and they're here all along. These are either a type of alien civilization that are living underground that some people theorize, or that these craft are secret military black ops advanced technology that are being manufactured here and being tested, and they've got test flights, and the technology isn't released to the public. I think it could be any of the 3 in terms of what the craft is. Now, Bob Lazar does claim, all of his claims about working on these crafts. Some of his background that for years was sort of improvable did get proven, that he worked at Los Alamos. There's loads of... Bob's case is, in my opinion, extremely strong, that he did have some involvement in these projects. What is there kind of to say that he didn't do this? Well, to be honest, it just kept on coming out. Up on Pentium, element 115, Bob came out and said that was, this was an actual element that had been discovered. This was like back in the 80s. 30 years later, scientists discover element 115 up on Pentium, and, it's an incredibly unstable element, but this is exactly what Bob said all this time ago, leading me to believe that this is sort of tech that's slowly getting released to the public. I don't know what the benefit of that is. Yeah, so in my opinion, I think Bob Lazar's story is pretty legit. Definitely the most legit Area 51 case ever. This is one of many secret bases in my opinion. Do I believe that these crafts are actual alien in terms of interdimensional aliens having crashed here? I would tend to lean more towards my option 2 or my option 1, whichever one it was now, that they are kind of secret technology that we're working on. There may be some sort of underground bases with some potentially ancient civilizations or some knowledge taken down. I mean, we can dive deeper with this. It gets crazy. Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone, and more to come soon. Let me know what you think.